Hi, welcome to today's Power Flow. So excited to do this with you. For today's practice, you're gonna want just a block or a thick, sturdy book. A shoebox will work just fine. And we'll get started in a child's pose. So making your way to child's pose, knees as wide or as narrow as feels good in your body. Hips reaching back towards your heels. Arms extend long in front of you. Give yourself about 3 rounds of breath here. Just allowing yourself to settle into the practice. Then walking your hands over towards the right. Left hand stacks on top of right, side stretch here. Creating some space along the left side of our body. Then walking our hands over towards the left. This time right hand stacks on top of left. Again, might feel some extra space between the ribs on that right side of your body. And then draw your hands back towards center. Lowering your elbows to the mat, bend your elbows, hands pressed together, making a little shark fin along the back of your head, maybe towards the nape of your neck. And then you can walk your elbows forward a tiny bit as far as is available for you, bringing a little extra space to that upper body. Full round of breath here. And release, arms extend long, and then shift your way forward for a Sphinx pose. So coming to lie on your belly. Arms can be flat on the mat, shoulders over your elbows. Low body, nice and soft here. Starting by reaching the crown of your head towards the sky. Gaze can land just about a foot or two in front of you. So not cranking our neck up real high. Breathe here. And then starting to fire up our core. Tuck your toes. Press into your forearms. Lift your hips off the mat for forearm plank. Bend your right knee. Tap right knee to the mat. Extend it long. Bend left knee to the mat. Extend it long. We'll be here for a count of 10 doing these knee taps for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both knees off the mat. Lower knees and hips towards the mat, returning to that Sphinx. Again, see if you can bring softness to that low body. It was just real active, so bringing in a little extra ease here. Tuck your back toes, lift your body. Back to that forearm plank. 10 count of those knee taps here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering down, knees to the mat, hips to the mat. Untuck your toes. Challenge yourself here to settle into this Sphinx. We'll go through one more round of those plank knee taps, but bringing softness to the body for a moment. And then tuck your back toes, lifting hips and knees off the mat. Knee taps here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Untuck your toes. Beautiful. Starting with some half frog. Bend your right heel towards your glute. Right hand comes behind you. Encouraging your heel as close to your glute as feels good. You may be able to rotate your fingertips around so they're pointing towards the front. That might not be accessible, so just finding what works for you. Mine's kind of day to day on if that one's accessible. But the focus here is that quad stretch. So finding what works for you to access that shape. And then gentle release. Right elbow back to the mat, right toes to the mat. Bend your left heel towards your glute. Left hand comes behind you, pulling that heel towards your glute. Again, focusing on that quad stretch. Just as far as feels good. Bring sensation, but not cranking, forcing, or causing any pain. And release. Pressing yourself up to a tabletop position, shoulders over elbows and wrists, knees under hips. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale to round your spine, tuck your chin. Inhale for cow, belly drops. Exhale, cat, round your spine. Give yourself a few rounds of breath here, following your pace. And coming to stillness once your next round is complete for you. Neutral spine. Then lift right knee off the mat, keeping your knee bent. Sole of the foot will be pressing up towards the sky. For tiger pulses, you'll press heel a little higher, lower back down. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that knee lifted. Now extend your leg long so it's at a bit of a diagonal. Tiger push-ups will lower down, chin and chest touch, press up. That's 1. We'll do 5. Lower down, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Keep that leg lifted. Now plant your toes long behind you. Turn left knee perpendicular off the mat. Sweep right arm towards the sky, modified side plank. We'll bring in some thread the needle, fingertips reach tall, and then pull fingertips under your body. If you'd like a bit more of a challenge, you can extend that leg long so you're in full side plank. Finding what works for you. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause with fingertip lifted. Then reaching right fingertips towards your extended toes. You'll lift into gate for just a moment. Left arm comes overhead. Return back to the mat, side plank, back to tabletop position. Give yourself a cat-cow before the other side. Pulling your belly button towards your spine. This time left knee lifts off the mat. Flexing your toes, sole of the foot towards the sky. 10 count of tiger pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that knee lifted. Extend your leg long. 5 tiger push-ups. Lowering down, back up. That's 1, 2, 3. Keep your elbows tucked in. 4, and 5. Extend leg long, plant it all the way towards the end of the mat. Turn your knee perpendicular, opening to that modified side plank. Again, you can intensify this pose by picking that knee off the mat, extending your leg. 10 count of thread and thread the needle. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fingertips lift. Use your core, reaching into gate. Fingertips reach towards your toes. Right arm overhead. Back to that side plank. Fingertips reach, and then return to your tabletop position. Walk your hands forward about a handprint. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Give yourself some time here. You might pedal out your dog. Maybe shift your hips side to side. Just any movement that feels good. Then keeping that core engaged. Inhale, sweep your right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, twist through. Inhale, extend long. Knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Continue. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, plant your right foot outside of right hand lizard. Full round of breath here. Step back, downward facing dog once more. Other side, left leg reaches towards the sky. Exhale, rock forward, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog, one more round. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale, extend long. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale, extend long. Left or knee to nose. Inhale, extend long. Left foot outside of left hand. Lizard pose. Full breath here. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Inhale, hands forward and up. Exhale, fold all the way through. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands forward and up, maybe a back bend. Exhale, fold all the way through. Plant your hands, step back to plank on the toes or plank on the knees. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down to forearm plank. So on your elbows, forearms press into the mat. We'll do a 10 count of toe taps. So right toe off the mat, back to center. Left toe off the mat, back to center. Try to keep your hips steady here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press back up to plank on the hands. Exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Untuck your toes. Lift your heart for cobra. Exhale, back to the mat. Inhale, press up to downward facing dog. Breathe here. You've got about 5 rounds of breath. Inhale, you can rock forward to plank. Then a little different, exhale, sink back for a bear squat. So hips come up and back, but bend your knees. Inhale to press forward. Exhale, back. We'll do this for about 5 rounds of breath. You're always welcome to stay in stillness if that feels better for you. One more round wherever you are. And then meet in down dog, hips up and back. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands forward and up, maybe a back bend. Exhale, fold all the way through. Plant your hands, step back to plank on the toes or plank on the knees. Inhale here. Exhale, lower to your elbows. Forearm plank. Toe taps here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pressing back up to plank on the hands. Exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Untuck your toes, lift your heart for cobra. Back to the mat. Inhale up to plank, and then hips up and back, downward facing dog. 5 rounds of breath. Rock forward on your inhales. Sink back for those bear squats on exhales, if it feels good. If stillness would serve you better, you're welcome to hang in down dog, or plank, or child's. Starting to feel it in your shoulders. One more round wherever you are. We'll meet in down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale your hands forward and up. Exhale, fold all the way through. Plant your hands. Step back to plank on the toes or plank on the knees. Lower down to forearm plank. 10 count of those toe taps here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press back up to plank on the hands. Lower all the way to the mat. Untuck your toes, lift your heart for cobra. Exhale back to the mat. Inhale, press up to plank. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Exhale, back for that bear squat. Again, about 5 rounds here. And then pausing with your hips up and back and down dog. Have about 3 rounds of breath here. Giving yourself a little breather. I did have a student tell me that down dog is not an actual break pose. So if it would feel better to come into child's for a few rounds of breath, you are absolutely encouraged to. Breathe here. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to chair, hips sink down, fingertips lift. Starting with a variation on Sun Salutation B. Draw your hands to heart center. Lift your heels off the mat. Lower your hips towards your heels. So as far as is available, and then we'll find a seat. Finding boat pose. Shins parallel with the mat. Arms pull forward. Then bringing in some twists. Hands come to the right, then to the left. Some people call this row the boat. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fingertips reach forward. Plant your feet to the mat. Lifting back up to that heel stance. Hands at heart center. Heels or hips lift off the heels. Heels lower to the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to plank. 10 count of mountain climbers in plank. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause here. Lower all the way to the mat. Untuck your toes, lift your heart for cobra. Exhale back to the mat. Inhale, press up to plank. Exhale, hips up and back. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, warrior 1. Right foot between your hands, back foot in and out at 45 degrees. Lift your fingertips. Just 1 round of breath here. Straighten your front leg, hands come to hips. Hinge forward for pyramid. Hands can rest on either side of the mat or the foot, or they can rest right at your hips if that feels better. Full breath here. Bend into your knee, return to warrior 1. Hands back to the mat. Step back to plank. 10 count of mountain climbers. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause here. Lower all the way to the mat. Untuck your toes. Lift your heart for cobra. Exhale back to the mat. Inhale, press up to plank. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, left leg to sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Back foot in and out at 45 degrees. Lift for warrior 1. Breathe here. Straighten your front leg. Hands come to hips. Hinge forward for pyramid. Again, finding where it feels best to rest your hands. Bending into that front knee, return to warrior 1. Hands to the mat. Step back to plank. 10, count of mountain climbers. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe here. Exhale all the way to the mat. Untuck your toes, lift your heart for cobra. Exhale, press back up. Plank, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to chair, hips are low, fingertips reach. Draw your hands to heart center. Lift your heels off the mat, lowering your hips towards your heels. Find your seat as gracefully as you can, and then coming into boat pose. Shins can be parallel to the mat. You can always grab the backs of your thighs or rest toes on the mat. 10 count of twists here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fingertips reach forward. Plant your feet to the mat, lifting back to that toe stand. Hips towards heels, heels off the mat. Press into the balls of your feet, lifting to that chair. Heels to the mat. Straighten and reach your arms towards the sky. Hands to heart center, Tadasana. 3 full rounds of breath here. Eyes can soften or close. Giving yourself a moment here. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, fold all the way through. Plant your hands, step back to your version of plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, chaturanga or the mat. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, right leg to sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Back foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. You might bring that block towards your front foot. Lift to warrior 2. Arms at shoulder height. Challenge yourself to take a bit of a wider stance. So you might inch your front toes forward, back foot back. Inhale, right palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Inhale, palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale to warrior 2. One more, bend deeper into the front knee. Inhale, palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, hips reach back, fingertips forward. Find triangle. Hands can rest on the block or the mat. Shin or foot, whatever feels best for you. 1 round of breath here. Bend into your front knee. Return to that warrior 2, and then pivot to crescent. So back hand comes up, coming to the ball of that back foot. Breathe here. Move the block out of the way because we're going to bring in crescent kicks. You don't want to kick it across the room. 10 count of crescent kick throughs. Kick all the way through, back to crescent here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing in crescent, hands to the mat. Step back to your plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, chaturanga or the mat. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, sweep left leg towards the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Warrior 2, other side. Back foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Inch your front toes forward, nice wide stance. Inhale, left palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Inhale, palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, back to warrior 2. 1 more round, follow your pace of breath while I catch my breath. Beautiful, we'll all meet in warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, hips reach back, fingertips forward, hinge into triangle. Left hand on the blocker mat, right fingertips reach tall. Breathe here. Bend back into that front knee, return to warrior two, pivot to crescent, ball the back foot. Again, taking care to move your block, finding your crescent kick throughs, keeping those arms lifted, nice little challenge for the shoulders. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, don't move too much, bud. 3, 2, 1. Back to crescent, hands to the mat. Step back to your plank. Inhale in plank. Exhale, chaturanga or the mat. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. You have about 3 rounds of breath here, taking care of yourself in whatever way you need to. Maybe water, maybe a different shape. Making your way back to down dog if you're not already there. Inhale, sweep right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands, warrior one. Back foot comes at that 45 degrees. Fingertips reach tall. Bring your hands behind low back, interlacing behind your seat. Heart lifts and then hinge forward to humble warrior. Arms might extend overhead if that feels good in your shoulder, or you're always welcome to keep them at low back. Just 1 round of breath here. Release that grip. Lift out of the shape, fingertips tall. Hands draw to heart center. Shift your weight forward over that front foot. Warrior 3. Back foot might lift all the way off the mat, or you can use that back foot as a kickstand. Bring your hands back by your hips, airplane arms. We'll do a 10 count of airplane pulses. So lifting your arms and lower back down. You'll squeeze those triceps. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw hands back to heart center. Keeping your balance here. Hands come to the mat. Lift that back heel towards the sky. Then bend your front knee. Back knee comes to touch that calf. Taking in 10 counts of those standing split squats here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing that lifted leg back to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach as tall as you can. Exhale, hands to heart center. Other side, inhale, hands come forward and up. Exhale, fold all the way through. Plant your hands, step right back to down dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Back foot in and out at 45 degrees. Lift for warrior one. Fingertips reach tall. Bring your hands behind your low back. Interlacing your fingers, maybe opposite thumb on top this time. Might feel a little funky, alternate grip. Then hinge forward, humble warrior. Left shoulder might come inside of that left knee. Arms can extend overhead. Lifting out of that shape. Fingertips reach tall before you draw them to heart center. Weight shifts over your front foot. Finding warrior three on this side. Embracing the wobbles and wiggles. Hands back by hips. 10 count of those airplane pulses here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw hands back to heart center before planting them on the mat. Lift your back heel a little higher. Then bend your front knee. Right knee touches that calf. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend your heel tall. Right foot to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Give yourself 3 rounds of breath here. You might pick all your toes up off the mat. Gently place them back down. Inhale, take your arms to the sky. Exhale, fold all the way through. Opposite hand to opposite elbow. Just here for a moment, but really allow your head and neck to release. Hang heavy. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center, sink your hips down and back for a chair. Keeping your hips nice and low. Weight is in your heels this time. Then turn your shoulders first towards the right. Hinge forward. Left elbow might hook outside of right knee, revolve chair. Breathe here. Step your left foot back, finding revolved crescent with prayer hands. Beautiful. Then using your core, right arm sweeps behind you, left fingertips forward. Open revolved crescent. Breathe here. Right hand comes to your back thigh, left arm reaches overhead. Revolved warrior. Return to that open revolved crescent, right fingertips back, left fingertips forward. Then sweep your right fingertips forward, back to that familiar crescent shape. Bringing in a 10 count of lunges, lowering back knee down, cactus arms, and then reach tall here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing when you're lifted, then open to warrior 2. So back foot spins parallel to the short edge of the mat, arms at shoulder height, adjust your base as you need to. Inhale, right palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle, left arm overhead. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Straighten that front leg, turn your toes to face long edge of the mat, wide leg forward fold. Inhale, wide-legged half lift. Exhale, turn your toes, walk your hands back to the top of the mat. Bringing in some fan favorite lunge switches. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Front foot or back foot steps up to meet front, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to chair. Hips stay down, fingertips lift. Draw your hands to heart center. Weights in those heels. Turn your shoulders towards the left. Right elbow might hinge outside of that left knee. Revolve chair. Keeping your twist here. Step your right foot back. Revolve crescent with prayer hands. Keep pulling that left shoulder back. Then open revolved crescent. Left fingertips back, right fingertips forward. Finding your active core here. Left hand comes to the back thigh. Right arm reaches overhead, revolved warrior. Just a moment. Returning to that open revolved crescent. Feeling active here. Then sweep your back arm forward. Coming back to that crescent shape. Lunges, lowering down, cactus arms, lifting up, fingertips extend. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing when you're lifted. Then opening to warrior 2. Back foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Find your base here. Inhale, front palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Straighten that front leg, turn your toes to long edge of the mat. Wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, turn your toes, walk your hands back to the top of the mat. 10 count of lunge switches. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back foot steps up, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way to the sky. Draw your hands to heart center. We'll flow through that sequence one more time. You are absolutely welcome, if it would serve you better, to take a child's pose or down dog, whatever would feel best for you. Absolutely welcome to. If your body's looking for a little more movement, join us here. Inhale, reach your fingertips tall. Sink your hips down, chair pose. Draw your hands to heart center. Feel your base here first. Weight in the heels. Notice you can still see your toes over your knees. Turn your shoulders to the right. Hinge forward for that revolved chair, keeping your hips low. Step left foot back, revolved crescent with prayer hands. Open to that open revolved crescent. Right fingertips back, left fingertips forward. Right fingertips come to your back thigh. Left arm overhead. Return to open crescent. Sweep back hand forward, returning to that crescent shape. Bringing in those lunges. Lowering down, then lifting up. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open to your warrior two. Finding your base. Inhale, right palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg, turn toes to long edge of the mat. Wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Turn your hands, walk your toes back to the top of the mat. Walk your hands and turn your toes, that's it. Bring it in lunge switches, here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back foot steps up to meet front, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to chair. Fingertips reach, hips nice and low. Draw your hands to heart center. Weights in the heels. Turn your shoulders towards the left. Right elbow hooks outside of that left knee. Revolve chair. Step your right foot back. Finding revolved crescent with prayer hands. Then opening into that crescent. Left fingertips back, right fingertips forward. Breathe here. Left hand comes to back thigh. Right arm overhead, revolved warrior. Lifting your gaze challenges your balance a little more. Gaze can always stay at neutral. Unwind. Left hand comes up to meet right for crescent. Bringing in those pulses, lowering down, lifting up here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing when you're lifted. Then opening to warrior two. Back foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Arms reaching opposite direction. Inhale, left palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg, turn your toes to the long edge of the mat. Wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, turn your toes, walk your hands back to the top of the mat. Last set of low lunge switches. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back foot steps up to meet front. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach as tall as you can. Draw your hands back to heart center. Setting up for our dancer shape. Feeling into your base here. So both feet press into the mat. Palms press together. Heart pulls forward. Give yourself a full round of breath here. Then bending your left heel towards your glute. Left hand comes down to grab that foot. You can grab the outside edge, then walk your hand to the big toe side of the foot. Right arm reaches towards the sky. Hinge into dancer. Right fingertips reach forward. Left foot kicks into that hand. Breathe here. Give yourself permission to fall in and out of this pose as many times as you need to. Got about 2 more rounds of breath here. Inhale, reversing out of that. Fingertips reach tall. Knees meet. Left foot back to the mat. Hands to heart center. Take your feet a little wider. Setting up for Malasana, so heels may be on the mat, toes splayed off. Sink your hips down. Finding Malasana for just a moment. Then seat to the mat, lifting to boat pose. We'll be here for 1 full breath. Lower yourself down. Shoulders stay lifted off the mat, heels off the mat, low boat. Lift back to our boat shape. Heels plant, finding Malasana once more. Press into your heels, lifting back up. Feet back under your hips, preparing for dancer on the other side. Press into your left foot. Right knee lifts off the mat. Right foot off the mat. And then grab the outside of your foot. Walk your hand to the big toe side of the foot. Left fingertips reach. Hinge into dancer. Left fingertips reach forward. Right foot kicks into right hand. Again, just coming as far as you can. Sometimes kicking harder into that back foot can actually help with our balance. So if you're here and feeling really unstable, you might try just committing a little deeper to the pose. I say that as I fall right out of it. But just playing along with it. 1 more full round of breath. Gently reverse, lifting fingertips, foot back to the mat, hands to heart center. Widen your stance here for Malasana. Sink your hips down, Malasana squat. Elbows press into your knees for just a moment before your seat finds the mat. Boat pose, shins parallel to the mat. Lower down to low boat, shoulders off the mat. Lift back to boat. Soles of the feet to the mat. Finding Malasana. Press into your heels, lift yourself up. Press your feet back under your hips. Tadasana pose. Inhale, take your arms wide to the sky. Exhale, fold all the way through. Inhale, half lift, crown of the head reaches forward, sit bones reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center once more. Taking that wider stance for Malasana, 1 more round. Sink your hips down. Knees press into your elbows, elbows resist knees. And then find your seat. Soles of the feet together, diamond shape. So soles of the feet will be pressing together. Pull your heels away from your body. So there's a diamond shape between your heels and your body. Lift your heart, hinge forward. Giving yourself a full round of breath here. This is always a great time as we start to slow our body down, encouraging your exhales to lengthen just a tiny bit. That's the biggest indicator to our nervous system that we're starting to slow down. Calming ourselves here. Then lift your heart and head out of this shape. Extending your legs for wide-legged forward fold. You might come to sit on the long edge of your mat the way that I'm sitting right now, so your heels can be supported by the mat. Inhale, lift both fingertips towards the sky. Little different variation. Right hand comes inside of your right leg. Left fingertips reach over top for your toes, imagining that you can grab those toes. Now notice here, if your shoulder's wanting to dip down, pull your heart through. It's better to have your fingertips nice and high away from your toes rather than grabbing your toes, but your shoulder has sunk in. So again, pulling your heart through, keeping that left shoulder active. One more full round of breath here. And then lifting back to arms extended. Other side, left arm comes inside left leg, right fingertips reach over top. Again, paying attention here, pull your heart through. That shoulder's coming in front of your face, wanting to dip down, just encouraging it back. If it's really struggling, you can always just bring it to your low back, so it's not a distraction. Might feel better in your shoulder if you've got some shoulder pain. Breathe here. Then lift fingertips long once more. One more round on each side, a little shorter time. Right arm inside the right leg, left fingertips reach overhead. One round of breath. I won't do my obnoxious shoulder demonstration. And then lift back up. Other side. Left arm inside the leg, right arm reaching towards the fingertips. Breathe here. Lifting back up. Hands can come back towards your legs. Bringing your legs together, finding your typical orientation on the mat. You'll want your block towards the middle of the mat, then lowering down towards your back body. Soles of the feet press into the mat. And then lifting your hips just high enough, slide the block under your sacrum. Finding support here. Maybe at the medium setting, maybe at the lowest setting, whatever feels better in your back. You can keep soles of feet on the mat just like we have them right here. Or you can walk heels away from your body. That brings a nice stretch to the front of your hips. But if it adds any extra stress or pinching to your low back, just walk your heels right back in. That's always a good challenge of listening to your body for me. I always so deeply want to take that stretch, but it just doesn't feel good in my low back. So I have to listen to my body. Giving you full permission to do the same. If this feels good, absolutely stay right here. If you'd like to take supported waterfall, you can pull knees in toward your chest. Pause here for a moment, feeling that block support you, making any adjustments if you need to. And then extend both legs towards the sky. Soles of feet pressing up towards the ceiling. Can be here in stillness or roll out your ankles. Be here for about 5 rounds of breath. But if your body is ready to come out of it before I prompt us to, absolutely welcome to do that. Next round of breath, bend knees back towards your chest. We'll all meet in that supported bridge, soles of the feet on the mat. Then lift your hips just high enough to remove that block, lowering your hips down. Pull your knees in towards your chest, hands to the feet for happy baby. Hands might grab the outer edges of the feet. They can grab the heels, or if your feet feel really far away, grab the back of your thighs. Whatever allows you to access that shape works best for your body, your proportions. You may want to rock side to side here. You can even play with extending one leg long and then the other. It's whatever feels best for you today. Drawing both knees in towards your chest. Soles of the feet can come to the mat. Arms out to a T or a cactus shape. Shift your hips a bit towards the right. Allow your knees to fall to the left. Gaze can drift over that right shoulder. Eyes can soften or close here. Imagining each breath helps you fall a little deeper into this shape. Next round of breath, draw yourself back to center nice and slow. Then shift your hips a bit towards the left. Knees fall to the right. Gaze can drift over that left shoulder. Again, just sinking into the posture. Not forcing anything here. Adjusting your legs to whatever feels best. Next round of breath, coming back to center once more. And pull both knees in toward your chest. Arms wrap around your knees. Forehead hugs up to the knees. Tight little yogi hug here. And then extend into Shavasana. Full release, legs extend long. Arms extend long. Allow your body to be heavy here. Allow your body to take up as much space as feels good for you here. Reminding ourselves that this pose is just as important as any other shape we took today. And I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Body can remain still. If it feels good for you today and it's available, you're absolutely welcome to stay in this place of rest. If it's time to close out your practice, start with gentle movement. You can deepen your inhales and exhales, wiggle fingers and toes, scrunch and release your face. Even a good morning stretch, fingertips overhead, toes opposite direction. And then guide yourself to a fetal position on whichever side feels best for you, before pressing yourself up to a comfortable, easy seat. Eyes can stay soft or closed here, bracing these last few moments of class, feeling into some gratitude. Showed up today, honored your body with movement and with rest. We'll close with a collective breath. Inhale, reach your fingertips towards the sky. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Thank you for being part of this rad community, and I hope you have a wonderful day.